Well, Chew, what do you think? Want to come watch this exciting brake drum cleaning? Or do you want to go just sleep outside the shop somewhere? Or are you just going to scratch? You're going to be outside the shop. I know you don't like the shop. Smart dog. I'll let you upstairs. See you later, okay? Out you go. Or you can go sit in the music room if you want. Out you go, Chew. Can't make up your mind, huh? We'll see you in a while. Good dog. I thought I'd sit down and make a small attempt. Well, I suppose that might be a start on cleaning it out. It is asbestos that was the brake pad component, so I do need to be pretty careful about that. But this one is more or less clean on the inside. I'm going to get some degreaser and get at this hub. I might try and leave, I think I'm going to leave the key there, just leave it well enough alone. Then I'm going to try and remove this paint, protect these threads, clean this up, and repaint the whole thing. Might as well, huh? Morning. It's a new day in the shop. It's a bit of an eclectic day. I've got some work on the Jeep. I've got some work on the Jeep. When I say the Jeep, what I really mean is the Willys wagon. But I've also stripping out the Sandblast cabinet. I'm modifying it. But right at the moment I'm going to use a parts washer. Unavailable at the moment, but I have some homemade prescription juice here that's likely to prevent any serious flash rusting. At least until I get around to cleaning it all up. Well, welcome back. There are 5 items here that I want to hit with self-etching primer. Right, well that's a small start, so now it's going to rust evenly. Yeah, I'd love to paint this, but I'm reading opinions that say you don't put paint on drum brakes because it causes them to heat up more, which is something that you wish to avoid at all costs. But you know what, this vehicle's never going to be going fast. It will be on hillsides from time to time, but I'm thinking that if I do this and then put some kind of a self-etching primer on it or something, I even thought about powder coating it because I can do that. Back for a little supplemental. I thought there was something inscribed on the ends of these lugs, and sure enough, if I rotate this wire brush backwards so that it digs in, it shows the L inscribed on the end of the lug, and outlined in red. Well, good afternoon. It's another fine day in the shop. Just got back from some shopping trip. I'll show you what the loot is. Yeah, of all the thousands of hole saws that I've got lying around in my life, I don't have an 1.25" hole saw. I don't have an 1.25" large drill bit. I don't have an 1.25" annular cutter. Right, well that worked out. I don't know if it's going to be, it fits underneath the cabinet. I don't know if the air seal is going to be any good, but we'll find out, and I can always take it apart and do it again. I wish this had tightened down just a little bit earlier, but it works and I can get at the valve. I checked it under the cabinet. Off to the box store to pick up the missing hole saw. Well, I'm back from the box store with the requisite part. Right, well let us see if we have figured this out properly. There's the completed assembly. The 1.25" was exactly the right size. Seems to be all secured, functional. Now I have to go bolt it back in underneath the sandblast cabinet, but before I do, I need to drill one more 3/4 inch hole and then put a grommet in the cabinet, and I gotta measure it and do some other things, but I'm done for the day, so we'll see you tomorrow. Supplemental shot for the day. This is the Well, I was a little concerned since the valve didn't want to fit, and then this one didn't seem to want to seal off tight, but it seems to be holding it now. Well, good morning and welcome back to the shop. Today I think I'm going to move the press and the Sandblast cabinet into the garage here where it's a little bit warmer. I'm not really happy with how this has worked out. This plate is too small, but the jack is held in place. I think I may remove 2 of the springs at some point, but it seems to be working. That little blipping noise is the air leaking slowly. That valve sucks, but fundamentally it works. That's how we're going to hook it up right there, just like that. Okay, 1 down for the day. Had to do a bunch of modifying, but the air at least comes in where the sand was going to come in. But it seems to be airtight, which is good. A little clumsy, but still good. Circles for the better part of a couple of hours and reversing direction at least 2 or 3 times. I think my blast cabinet is ready to go. I put some bright lighting in last time. I have some baffles in the glove holes because it sits out in the rain, so I'll remove those, and I have to load it up with sand and find a part that I'd like to try a test on, but right at the moment I'm exhausted, so I'm going to have some lunch. My beautiful bride brought me some sandwiches, and so I'm going to come back in a little while. Right, well, let's go attempt to fill this puppy up. See if we drop sand everywhere. I am thrilled to tears. When I first got this Sandblast cabinet, that would have taken 3/4 of an hour to do that. It works like a charm. You may not be able to hear me, but it works like a charm. I'm just excited that that happened like that. Check it out. Yay. We're going to put this in and I'll be back in a few moments, maybe 5 minutes. Unbelievably happy about how quickly that went. That sandblasting previously would have taken me an hour and a half, and wouldn't have come out nearly as well. And now I can see the actual shoes. I read the parts numbers on them.